Blessed day to you, all my sports to the bone people. Back at it again with another video. Thank you all for tuning in. Now, my regular viewers and subscribers know that whenever we're getting ready for a test series, I like to spend some time and look at the stats. So in this video, we're going to be looking at all the players in the Australia squad. And seeing that we have so many newcomers in our test squad, I'm also going to be going through the stats for our players also. So just give a listening ear until the end and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So we're going to start with Australia. And the first man that we're looking at, Marnus Lammachine. Very, very talented player. But based on what I am seeing all over Australian media, this tour might be the last one for him to really get himself together, right? His numbers aren't too bad, but over the last few test matches, he hasn't really done much in terms of batting, if you're talking about his standard, right? So in 58 test matches, he has 4,435 runs, high score of 215, average of 46.19, healthy average, right? Higher than anybody we have in our team. But that is how serious they are when it comes on to their top players performing. He has 11 centuries and 23 half centuries to his name. So that's Marnus Lammachine. Next, we're going to look at Usman Khawaja. Another player that, he's up there when it comes on to age. He's 38. So this tour might be one that, he's going to look to really score a lot of runs to say that, to show that he still has it, right? So 38, in terms of games, he has 81 matches under his belt, 5,936 runs, average of 44.96, high score of 232, and he has 16 centuries and 27 half centuries to his name. So that's Usman Khawaja. Next, we have the youngster Sam Constas. I remember when he just came in, I think it was against India. Man, really turned a lot of eyes, my people. You understand? Facing up to Bumrah, he was playing a whole lot of T20 shots. He's only 19, right? But so far, he has only 2 test matches under his belt. Right, I think those were the ones against India. Two games, high score of 60, average of 28.25, and he has so far he has 113 runs, right, with that 1/2 century. Very talented player. He bowls some off break, I think, also, right. So he's there. Next, we have an all-rounder, Beau Webster. Now, Webster is a very interesting case, my people. He has 104 first-class games under his belt and 4 test matches, right? In those 4 test matches, 231 runs, high score of 72, and 2 half centuries. Now he hits the ball very, very hard and far, right? He's also a very good medium-pace bowler based on some video clips that I have seen on YouTube. Right, but not very experienced at the international level. But 104 first-class games, that's a good amount of games under his belt. He is 31, so he's not young, some experience there. So that's Webster. Next, we have Travis Head. Now, Travis Head, my people, is a player that we're going to have to be very careful with. If he spends any time at the crease, he can take the game away from you in the quint of an eye. Now, at 31, he's still going strong in terms of performing at the international level. Right, 57 test matches under his belt, 3,739 runs, high score of 175, average of 42.01, and he has 18 50s and 9 centuries to his name. Very, very good batsman there, Travis Head. Now, he will bat anywhere from 1 down to 6 in this Australia team, right? Very, very difficult customer. Next player we have Steve Smith. Now, Steve Smith broke a finger in the World Test Championship final, so I know for sure he will not be featuring in the first game. I don't know if what they're gonna do in the last two games or even the last game. I know for sure though he's not gonna be featuring next week. They're probably gonna replace him totally, but he was named in the initial squad. We know his resume already. At the age of 36, man, still looking good with the bat, right? Averaging 56.55 with over 10,350 runs, 36 centuries and 52 half centuries. It's a good thing we don't have him to deal with in this game next week. But, I just feel like I needed to mention his name nonetheless. All right, moving down the line, we have another talented player, Cameron Green. Cameron Green, at the age of 26, he has really become a very good player for Australia. He was out injured. I think he's making his way back now, but nice player. Very good with the bat, and he's also good with the ball. 29 test matches under his belt so far, 1,381 runs, high score of 174 not out, average of 34.52. Right, he has 2 centuries and 6 50s. Now, bowling for him in those 29 matches, he has 35 wickets. Best bowling in a match, 5 for 27, average of 35.31, economy of 3.38, strike rate of 62.5. Right, so Cameron Green there, the all-rounder that we will have to deal with also. So that's Cameron Green. Let's move on to another player. We have the experienced wicketkeeper batsman Alex Carey. Whenever the tail needs to wag, he's the man that stays there with them and make sure that everything goes well. 40 test matches, 1,823 runs, high score of 156, average of 35.05, right? 2 centuries and 9 half centuries. So one thing you will realize thus far is that, all the players so far, the averages, they are pretty healthy, right? Some healthy averages that we have seen. Next, we have Josh Inglis, right? At the age of 30, he has 2 matches under his belt, right? 2 test matches under his belt. And, he scored 102. Right, 102 is his high score, and average of 51. Right, so that's just English there, But he's a very experienced player. He has over 60 first-class games under his belt, and he has played 30 ODIs for them. So, it's not like he's new to the international stage. All right, let's take a look at their bowling. One thing is for sure, the bowling is quality, but it is definitely an aging group. So Australia will be looking to probably, replace some of these players pretty soon. So let's start with Mr. Consistent himself, Mr. Line and Length, Josh Hazlewood. At the age of 34, he's still a force to be reckoned with. You understand? Very, very good fast bowler. 73 test matches, and we're talking about 281 wickets. Best bowling in a match, 9 for 79. Listen to the average, 24.70. Economy of 2.77. Strike rate of 53.4. Right, he has 12 5-wicket hauls to his name. Right, so Josh Hazlewood, we will have him to deal with. Next, we have Matthew. This is actually a left arm spinner here, Matthew Kuhnemann. So, he's pretty experienced at the age of 28. He has 5 test matches under his belt, 25 wickets so far, taking them at an average of 22.20. Best bowling in a match, 9 for 149. Economy of 3.24. Strike rate of 41. right? I said that he's pretty experienced, mostly at the first class level, 31 matches, right? In those 31 matches, he has like 103 wickets, so not too bad at all there for Matthew. Next, we have, you could call him the leader of the attack, Mitchell Starc, right? At the age of 35, still going strong, right? So far, he has 97 test matches under his belt. If he's able to play in all 3 games, that will be like 100. 387 wickets. Best bowling in a match, 11 for 94, average of 27.49, economy of 3.41, strike rate of 48.3. He has 2 10-wicket hauls and 15 5-wicket hauls, right? That's what you call a fast bowler's resume right there. Very, very good bowler. Next up, we have the man that they call the GOAT, Nathan Lyon. He's going to be very, very difficult to deal with, right? So Nathan Lyon, still going good at the age of 37. He has 137 games under his belt so far. 137, 553 wickets. We're talking about best bowling in a match of 13 for 154. Average of 30.33, economy of 2.93, strike rate of 62. He has 24 5-wicket hauls and 24 5-wicket hauls and 5 10-wicket hauls. So, Nathan Lyon, my viewers and subscribers, his name says it all right there, right? The lion for them. Anyways, moving on from Nathan Lyon, we have Pat Cummins, another player here. He's the captain of the team, age 32. Remember, I said earlier that the bowling, their bowling is aging. They still have some gas in the tank, but, aging a bit. So Pat Cummins at the age of 32 leading this team. He has 68 test matches under his belt, 301 wickets in 68 games, right? We're talking about an average of 22.20, best bowling in a match of 10 for 62, economy of 2.90, strike rate of 45, right? He has 14 5-wicket hauls and 2 10-wicket hauls to his name. So Pat Cummins, a consistent performer there for Australia. And if you're talking about consistency, you have to talk Scott Boland, right? Very rarely gets in the team. If somebody gets injured, they put him in and he will bowl extremely well. When the person comes back, they put him back on the bench and he goes on and on like that. But he's a very good bowler. At the age of 36, talking about Mr. Line and Length, this is him. 13 games to his name so far. He has over 112 first-class games though. And in those 13 test matches, he has 56 wickets. Best bowling of 10 for 76 in a game. And listen to the average, 17.66, right? Economy of 2.77. Strike rate of 38.2. He has 2 5-wicket hauls and 1 10-wicket haul. So Scott Boland, my people, will be another player that if he gets the opportunity, he's going to be difficult to deal with. Right, and rounding it off, we have another player in his 33 years of age, actually, Sean Abbott, right, bowling all-rounder. He's actually a right-arm fast medium. Let's take a look at his stats here. He has, so far, in terms of, he has quite a few first-class games, 88 to be exact, right, so yeah, he has 88 first-class games. He has played 28 ODIs, right? In those 88 first-class games, he has 267 wickets, average of 30.29, economy of 3.11, strike rate of 58.4, and he has a best bowling figure in a game of 8 for 67 with 9 5-wicket hauls to his name. All right, let's take a look at the West Indies squad now. So that's Australia. Let's zoom in on West Indies. Starting for West Indies, we have John Campbell, right? John Campbell at the age of 31, trying to get back his international career going. He has 20 test matches to his name, 888 runs, high score of 68, average of 26.11, and he has 3 half centuries. So that's John Campbell for the West Indies team. Next, we have Brandon King. Brandon King, he's looking to get his test career going, right? Darren Sammy had indicated that they have roles that they want players to play, and Brandon King apparently is one of them that they want to get into, into the mix. So he has, in terms of red ball cricket, he has 42 games under his belt. Hasn't played in a while though. 42 first-class games, 2,590 runs, right? High score of 194, average of 34.53. And we're talking about 3 centuries and 19 half centuries. Not a bad first-class record. It's just that he has been playing a lot of white ball cricket of late. So that's Brandon King. Next, we have the former captain Craig Brathwaite. Craig Brathwaite at the age of 32, looking to move his career on. He's no longer the captain, so he has more time on his hand to really figure out stuff. In 98 test matches, Craig Brathwaite has 5,935 runs, high score of 212, average of 33.15, right? And in all that time, he has 12 centuries and 31 half centuries, right? So that's Craig Brathwaite. He's expected to do the bulk of the batting for this West Indies test team, right? So Craig Brathwaite, we are waiting to see how he will perform without the captaincy. He's a bit more free now. Casey Carty, at the age of 28, he gets an opportunity. He has 5 test matches under his belt so far, averaging 17.90, 179 runs. So far, no half centuries or century, obviously, right? The good thing is that of late, he has done some really good work, it's mostly in the white ball game, so we're hoping that he'll be able to transition from the white ball over into the red ball if he gets an opportunity in this tour. He has 70, in terms of his first class game though, he has 59 first class games, 2,852 runs, average of 27.42, and he has 3 centuries and 20 half centuries at the first class level. Now, Kevlin Anderson, a player that has done some good work over the last 2 years, and he has gotten the opportunity, right? Well, he's now in the squad. We are waiting to see if he will get an opportunity in the playing 11. At the age of 24, right-hand batsman, 23 first-class games, 1,511 runs, high score of 153, healthy average of 44.44, and he has 5 centuries and 6 half centuries to his name. You could say that a good portion of his work, he completed a good portion of that first-class work the recently concluded first-class season. So that's Kevlin Anderson there for the West Indies. Next, we have Shai Hope. Now, Shai Hope, he has actually put together a nice international career for himself. He's currently doing well in ODIs and T20s. The thing is, we haven't seen him in Test cricket in a long time. But he has 38 Test matches under his belt, 1,726 runs, high score of 147, average of 25.01, and he has 2 centuries and 5 50s. Whenever you talk about Test cricket and Shai Hope, I think the first thing fans will mention, would be those doubles, the twin centuries that he got I think it was in Headingley in around about 2017 against England. So, Shai Hope is there. Next, we have Mickel Lewis. Mickel Lewis, he recently made his debut, right, at the international level. 9 test matches under his belt so far, 358 runs. Still young, still only 24, right? 358 runs, average of 19.88, 2 half centuries. Definitely will want to get that average up. He will need to find a way to focus whenever he gets into the 40s, whenever he gets to the 50, and try to bat for as long as possible. Right, so Mikel Louis is our next player on this list. Next, we have Yohan Lane. Yes, my people, all-rounder at the age of 21. Right arm, medium fast, and he also bats. Right, at the first class level, he has 19 games, 495 runs, 63 is his high score, average of 19.03. Right, 250s. Now, in terms of his bowling, he has 66 wickets in those 19 games. And he has a best bowling in a match of 9 for 123, average of 22.28, economy of 3.50, strike rate of 38.1, has 4 5-wicket hauls to his name so far. So that's Yohan Lane. And we wish him all the best if he gets an opportunity in this series. Next, we have Ruston Chase, the newly appointed Test captain. We haven't seen him in Test cricket in probably about 2 years or a little over 2 years. But he's our new captain at the age of 33. We know what he brings, Will bowl his off spin and will do some batting. 49 Test matches to his name so far, 2,265 runs, high score of 137 not out, 26.33 batting average, has 5 centuries and 11 half centuries to his name. Right, in terms of his bowling, because he will be doing some bowling for us. In those 49 games, he has 85 wickets, not bad at all. Best bowling in a match, 8 for 60, average of 46, economy of 3.45, strike rate of 79.9. He has 4 5-wicket hauls to his name so far. So that's our captain, Ruston Chase. Next, we have Justin Greaves. Right, he's 31 right now. Right, our medium. He will also do some batting. Has 6 Test matches under his belt. 231 runs, high score of 115 not out, average of 21. 1 century. So he will definitely be looking to do some work for us. In terms of his bowling, let me just take a quick look here. So where the bowling is concerned, in those 6 Test matches, he has 6 wickets, right? 6 wickets, average of 34.16, economy of 3.01, strike rate of 68. But he has some good first class cricket under his belt, 52 games, 97 wickets, right? And he has 8 for 76 as his best figure in first class cricket. Next, we have Tevin Imlach, the wicketkeeper batsman. At the age of 28, he has some good first class cricket under his belt, 32 first class games, right? 136 not out as a high score, 1,792 runs, average of 35.84. And we're talking about 6 centuries and 8 half centuries, right? He also has some international experience, 2 Test matches, 55 runs, average of 13.75, high score of 35, right? So he will be looking to do some work where that is concerned if he gets an opportunity in this series. Next, we have Alzarri Joseph at the age of 28. Now an experienced player in all formats. 37 Test matches, 111 wickets, best bowling in a match, 7 for 111, average of 35, economy of 3.72, strike rate of 56.4. He has 1 5-wicket haul to his name so far. So that's Alzarri Joseph, and we can also expect him to hit a 6 or a 4 or something when he's batting. So that's Alzarri Joseph there for us with the ball. Next, we have Anderson Phillip at age of 28. I didn't even realize that he was getting that old. Age of 28. Two test matches to his name so far. Very talented bowler in those two test matches, 3 wickets, right? Average of 70, economy of 4.60. So, very fairly young to the international scene. So let's take a look at the first class stats. 46 games, 154 wickets, and he has a best ball in a match of 10 for 72, average of 24.92, economy of 3.70, right? And he has 8 5-wicket hauls and 1 10-wicket haul to his name. That's Anderson Phillip. And we hope that we'll see some good work from him in this series if he gets an opportunity. Next, we have Jayden Seales. Jayden Seales at the age of 23, not the leader of the attack when it comes down to experience or age, but in my book, he is the leader of the attack, right? In my books, when it comes down to Test cricket right now. 18 games to his name so far, 18 Test matches. And in terms of wickets, 75 wickets. Best bowling in a match, 9 for 106. Average of 22.26. Economy of 3.41. Strike rate of 39.1. 2 5-wicket hauls to his name. So not bad at all. And we realize that of late, he's been doing some batting. So hopefully he will help to wag the tail for us. Jomel Warrican, the newly appointed vice captain at the age of 33, right? Jomel Warrican, he has 19 test matches to his name, 73 wickets, and he has 10 for 101 as his best in a match, average of 27.56, economy of 3.05, strike rate of 54.1. He too has shown that, he has some grit with the bat, averaging 17.57. So as a vice captain, he will be expected even more now to help wag the tail, right? And finishing off for us, we have Shamar Joseph at the age of 25, burst onto the scene in that test series there against Australia. Hasn't really taken a lot of wickets since, but we're keeping our fingers crossed that, he will be able to bowl some good balls in this series. Now, 8 test matches under his belt so far, 29 wickets, best bowling in a match, 8 for 124, average of 26.75, economy of 4.15, strike rate of 38.6, and he has 3 5-wicket hauls. So Shamar Joseph, we are hoping that he will be able to deliver for us in this upcoming series. Pretty long one here, my people. Let me know in the comment section if you made it all the way to the end. Big up on yourself.